Welcome back to the Swang Low Podcast Show, man. It is yours truly, Do Rock Creek. What's happening with all my people out there in the wonderful, beautiful, free world today? Welcome back to this round table. You got yours truly, me, Do Rock Creek, and the beautiful Golden. You know what I'm saying? Back here, man, live with y'all. You know what I mean? I told y'all we was gonna be trying to get back to it more and more. You know what I'm saying? We still having the little technical issues behind the scene. However, that stops nothing because how we gotta bring it to our people is how we gonna bring it to y'all. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it's 333% authentic, nothing made up, no funny business, and none of that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the new subscribers. Love and appreciate all y'all, man, for choosing the Swang Low podcast to come spend some time with. Love and appreciate you all. Shout out to the homeboy Michael Frederick, West the Deal homeboy. Thank you for tapping in as always. It's an absolute delight to have one of the fam bam here with us. We need more turnouts like this. You know what I'm saying? More of our people, you know. Because look, I want to say this. I want to touch up on I didn't put the thumbnail up yet, but the thumbnail will be going up. You know what I'm saying? As soon as we finish doing this. But look, man, this King Peel situation, right? That involved the many different characters that he jumped out there and tried to store online beefs with. You know what I'm saying? Now, being that he's from the SGV is the reason why I chose to speak up on that situation. Outside of him dissing the trades, being from the SGV and dissing the trades, right? And gaining more attention, by the online community. You know what I'm saying? Is giving him a nefarious following now, as it tends to do for clowns that jump out there and clout chase. Right now, why I describe him that way is because that's what he is. He's a circus act. You know what I'm saying? Is he the only one that's like that? Absolutely not. That's the way of the world in the social media space. In this day and age, you don't gotta be a real person. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to be stand up no more. You could be anybody. Jump on the internet and have overnight success for being an absolute clown, a nobody. Because a lot of them people that jump out there and have that type of success stumble upon it. Then they work a little bit more harder, you know what I'm saying, to you know, build off that momentum. You know what I'm saying? Now my thing right here with that situation with this dude King Peel, well, you jumped out there dissing trades, right? And I described it like this. You know what I'm saying? Whether people chose to agree with me or not, you diss one trade, you diss them all because you diss the trade one way only. You know what I'm saying? And those of us that stand on that trade real strong, you know what I'm saying? You can't diss a trade without me getting offended. You can't diss four trade, five trade, insane, do rock, Southside Village, Trade 57, Ghost Towns. You know what I'm saying? The evil sides, the necklands. You know what I'm saying? You can't diss these dudes, the Pasadena Raymonds. You feel me? You can't diss the trade and of any of those sets and I not be offended. But that's just me. You know what I'm saying? You have some dudes that is, hey, I came into this world by myself. I became a gamer by myself, and my hood and me is all I care about. That's fine. You can have that. You know what I'm saying? To each his own. But that's not why I'm here. Why I'm here is you got a lot of pride for people, man, that come from where they come from. You know what I'm saying? And I got many homies from Pomona, many that is very prideful riders, stand up men and women. You know what I mean? And seeing a person like King Peel come into this social media space the way that he did, calling out all these different names and people to try to create a buzz for himself. Now I get it. I understand why he was doing what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? As far as all the disrespect, the diss song, the jumping out there calling out dudes' names and trying to create beef with this person, and that person, man, it's WWE-ish. You know what I'm saying? And California podcasting, man, unfortunately got a lot of that going on in this day and age. You know what I'm saying? And it's getting some people views because they cover it, around the clock. Everybody piggyback off the same stories. You know what I'm saying? And pretty much run the same content over and over. You know what I'm saying? In which is no longer content. Once one person created, once that one person created, that's content. Anything after that is a copycat. That's not content. You know what I'm saying? But YouTube what will encourage you as a content creator to do that. Because if this video is getting a certain amount of views, why not, as a new content creator, run the same type of material to get them same type of views? It's all a numbers game. You know what I'm saying? Sneak Gang, what's up with my little bro? Shout out, much love to you, homie, as always. You feel me? Thank you for joining. Love you, little bro, for real, for real. But look, man, a lot of this stuff is done and created. A lot of the WWE stuff is done and created to to get their views and keep their views going. Because think about it. If it ain't nothing interesting going on in the news, what are you gonna cover? You feel me? For years, Whack 100 has been the number one topic on a lot of people's playlist in the podcasting world and game. You know what I'm saying? And that's because he called himself trying to monopolize the internet by creating all these different platforms that surround around his company, the 100 ENT company, right? Which got all the clubhouses and all that stuff where a lot of the BS go on, right? All that drips over into YouTube, right? And once that stuff drip over into YouTube, then you got all these different podcasters jumping out there chasing them stories and whatever drama they had going on in Clubhouse. Everything spills over from all the BS that goes on in there. You know what I'm saying? And if you're a person that keep up with all that stuff, then you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? But at the same token, though, getting back to this dude, King Peel, right? Bro is not the appropriate representation of anybody coming out the San Gabriel Valley, specifically Pomona, because I know a whole bunch of people from Pomona that is riders, like I said before, and the stand-up men and women, point blank. And I've heard from numerous people from out there not happy with the performance, not happy with the representation, or none of that. These dudes is jumping into the playing field of a game that they don't know about, and they getting ate alive. You know what I'm saying? Surrounding yourself with people with the likes of a Whack 100 or any of these other social media influencers that y'all see constantly in the headlines. You know what you getting in bed with once you make the conscious decision as a grown man or woman to hop in that bed. You know what I mean? Everybody know what they expect from Whack 100. He's a cop, a fed. You know what I'm saying? Probably the head federal agent of the hip hop cops. You know what I'm saying? Think about when he came onto the scenes, man. West Coast rap was just really getting back reestablished with artists like The Game or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So when this dude come around, we back on, a climb, right? So he tried to snatch up different artists to associate himself with to keep his name popping. He figured out this media space to a T. He's a perfectionist when it comes to the media, building clout, building views and streams and all that. His name is definitely going to draw some attention to your channel. However, he's a fed. If you jump out there and you choose to get in that bed with that man, you know what you're getting. You're getting a federal agent. That's not a name that I want to associate myself with. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that, you know, if I'm saying I'm a real dude, you know what I'm saying? And I stand on principles and morals and how the game is supposed to be, then I would never align myself with anybody that's associated or affiliated with law enforcement, although I'm not breaking no crimes, but still, it's the principle of where we come from and what we represent was always taught, you know what I'm saying, and what was instilled in us as young kids. You know what I'm saying? In our preteens, some of us start banking, you know, and it's just been drilled in you over and over again. We don't deal with the police. We don't associate with the police. We don't give up no information to the police. We don't even try snitch. We don't hint at anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, we don't do that. So if you choose to join forces with somebody like that, like many have, and half of his whole little crew is in prison right now, federal prison right now, you know, for making the conscious decision as grown men and some women to join forces with a WAC 100, opening that door, almost like how they say for a vampire. In order for a vampire to be able to get into your home, you have to open up the door and invite it in. Other than that, it can't come in, right? So what you invite into your household is exactly what you asking for, knowing what's to come. Look at his track record. Go count up how many people is in jail that surrounded themselves with him, or he done backstab him in some type of way or something. You know what I'm saying? So y'all have to be able to decipher what's real podcasting and what is WWE. You feel me? The WWE stuff is calling out for a fade here and taking none. We've seen no podcaster go and take a fade with anybody that called them out on it. So that's what the WWE, they don't mean none of the stuff that they say. It's just for entertainment purposes. You feel me? So things shouldn't be taken to heart. But you take that into consideration with the King Pill thing, right? We all from the San Gabriel Valley know that he's a clown. What you see is a mirage of somebody that want to be a high-ranking gang member. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that want to be associated, affiliated with real gangsterism. But how could you be when you're hanging around with teenage kids? Some probably old enough to be his damn child. And you proudly parading around with these kids that don't know no better? Too young and dumb to know about you, what your real track record is. From what they say, belly dancer, from what they say, transmission lover, from what they say, prison gang banging recruit, from what they say, not really from where you say you're from, really born and raised in the IE area, and for whatever reason, made your way out to Compton and started banging a Compton blood gang. They was like, nah, you can't do that. You got to leave this, leave the premises on this one. So you went back and thought, oh, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and push 456 Pyru Pomona. And they allowed it. You feel me? Why? I don't know. Was it because they seen the potential clowning you where they thought they would be able to ride that coattail, you know, into um, riches and fame? I'm just trying to figure it out because that's something that we have never seen on that level coming from where we at in the San Gabriel Valley. You feel me? So we just trying to understand some things, man. And I'm trying to point out and highlight out the difference from actual podcasting to WWE, the stuff that's meant for entertainment purposes only, right? Which is 95% of the no jumper shit. Anybody that's associated, affiliated with no jumper, with WAC 100, Adam, they call him 12, Adam 12, you know what I'm saying? And that's something else I want to address too, right? I'm glad I thought about that. I caught a video clip, somebody sent me a video clip of my boy Gumby from Non Deuce Hoover on No Jumper, right? And I I know Gumby personally, right? Me and Gumby got a long history, man, that date back to the Crip module, and from the Crip module to the penitentiary, where he eventually ended up catching a homicide on one of his own homeboys, right? Now, when all that was going down, Gumby was in the hole. I was always in and out the hole, right? So, bam, every time I went to the hole, Gumby had a spot for me. Like he had a lot of juice, a lot of you know what I'm saying, pull. So he was able to get with certain homies, you know what I'm saying, that he liked to mess with, you know what I'm saying, or had a relationship with. We all gonna be lined up together. Ain't nobody else gonna be over in that area with us. This is in the hole, right? So that's he used to where I used to get all my books to read from too. You know what I'm saying? All the books, the mass majority of the books that I've ever read came from him. So anyway, you know, I'm not gonna get into it. I'll say the stories about him, you know what I'm saying, for another time. But what I can say, what I can attest to when it comes to that dude right there, man, that's a real one. You know what I'm saying? Gumby is a real one, man. And he has never presented himself as anything less than that anytime I've been around him, from the crip module to the prison system. You know what I'm saying? I know him real well. And this crimey little Day Day. Baby Day Day was in there in the crip module with us too. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, I got the stories. You know what I mean? But Gumby was a real one, bro. Like, that's a real Hoover. You feel me? Like, he's one of, when you think about Hoover, like, that better be one of the faces that pop up. For real, because he's a real one. You know what I'm saying? Never presented himself as anything less than a real homie. You know what I mean? But it's just a trip because y'all, those of y'all that peep his appearance on No Jumper, y'all thinking like he extra'd out, or you know what I'm saying, whatever weird shit y'all was thinking, right? Nah, he's actually more, you know what I'm saying, calmer than how he used to be. You know what I'm saying? But that really is who he is. That ain't no act. That ain't no front. That ain't none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, really be on this shit. You know what I mean? For real. I've seen him, especially when we was in the Crip module, like stand up against, you know, the Hoovers and the Insanes is aligned tightly together. They call themselves Hussein. You know what I'm saying? Well, you got some Hoovers, I guess, that, you know, it's just strictly Hoover. Point blank, period. I don't care about no alliances or none of that shit, nigga. This is just, and Gumby was one of them. And he went against the whole Hussein core in the Crip module. Man, it was a gang of them niggas in there. You know what I'm saying? Who was in their sayings? They was in there deep as fuck. So you had G Lottie them from Insane up in there. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, they had some real representatives, bro. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I just remember, you know, gonna be standing up to all that. Like I ain't with none of that. You know what I'm saying? And you know, he dealt with what he had to deal with. You know what I'm saying? And kept it pushing. Feel me? But yeah, man. So for those of y'all that's giving y'all opinions about his appearance on the No Jumper show, you know what I'm saying, and the stuff that he been pushing about, you know what I'm saying? Like he feels strongly about that, man. You know what I'm saying? And I know they are. You know what I mean? So he's a real one. That's what everybody should know. That's what people should know. Those of y'all that don't. Y'all hear the story about whatever, you know what I'm saying, is in the media, but you know what I mean? I was there with him. I was back there in the hole with him when all that happened, and then when he was back there in the hole fighting what he was fighting, I was back there too, fighting what I was fighting. I was back in and out the hole, in and out. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. So Golden, what's happening? How you doing today, beautiful lady? What you got on the menu for us?
I'm on the go. I have a tight schedule today. A lot of stuff to do.
Hey, I've been
But
catching you. I've been catching you like in traffic or at work. Like I've been catching you like really, really, really busy, man. And it'd be
it's
like
like my
last
only
week.
day off. Like I have to go back tomorrow. I have a lot of stuff to do tomorrow too. Like man, it's crazy. Not enough time in the day for me. I know that.
Yeah, I'm already knowing, man. I'll be telling people how busy you are. You know what I'm saying? The only person I know occupy two different jobs, take care of every single thing. You know what I'm saying? Like she do a lot, man. Stay on her
Yeah.
feet. Stay on her feet. You know what I'm saying? But what's going on though? What's the latest?
Okay, I see something. Nessa, she had put herself out there. I guess she was agreeing with Nicki Minaj. I guess Nicki has said something against Jay Z and Rock Nation. Well, Nessa's accusing, which is Colin Kaepernick's wife, Jay Z and Rock Nation of leading a smear campaign against Colin Kaepernick. I
Mm,
guess they were paying or they were receiving $5 million a year over 5 years to buy growing protests and help them move beyond the let me see. I hate the way I write. Beyond the controversy.
mm.
Because remember when all that controversy was going on, and remember when Kaepernick took the knee and stuff, I guess they were helping the league, Jay Z and Rock Nation were. And
Oh,
I believe it.
they was helping the league go against Kaepernick,
Yes. Mommy,
but the whole
excuse
time,
me,
uh, huh?
love, hold on. Right, Bear is messing with me. Sarah, I'm on live right now. I will talk to you after. Yes, you can do that. Move. No, take a picture for me because I can't screenshot it. Okay, I'll screenshot it later. I'm on a live right now, Bear. Let me do it after, okay? I'm sorry. Sorry about
Tell
that,
Bear
you
Bear,
guys.
tell Bear Bear I said hi and I love her.
Tracy said hi, he loves you. Oh, Cream said hi, he loves you. She just wants me to take the picture. See how she gets me caught off guard? So, Ryan, I'm on the phone. Like, there's no way I can get out. I'm on the phone. Like,
Uh-oh. All right, we're gonna wait for them to come back on, man. Hey, it's always, you know what I mean,
love.
turned up. Yeah, yeah,
What
we hear you.
happened? Did Ryan did you just mess everything up?
We hear you. We hear you. She might gotta go back out and come back in, man. But yeah, like I was telling y'all, man, it's always it's always a beautiful thing when I got her and Raya Bear on. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully we can get them back on here. But in the meantime, yeah, man, I want people out there in the world, man, to know. You know what I'm saying? But the podcasters out here in California, everybody is pretty much trying to grind. Everybody much trying to find their way in this space. You know what I'm saying? I've always said I don't knock anybody that's trying to do something positive and you're not out committing crimes. You don't have to go commit crimes like that to feed your family and loved ones and all that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's always a wonderful thing, man, having this opportunity to be able to, you know, create a way for yourself, but at the same token, integrity has to be at the forefront of everything that you do when it comes to jumping out here because when you jump out here in this space right here, You know what I'm saying? This is a whole different playing field. You know what I'm saying? And people will line you up. People will line you up, man, and then serve you to the wolves. You know what I mean? So you got to be careful who you cozy up to, man, when getting into this creative space because it's real. And again, like I said, I understand people was trying to do what they do, trying to get their names out there. You know what I'm saying? Cut ahead of the line without really necessarily putting in all the work. Y'all want overnight success. Overnight don't usually happen as typically as you would think. It's almost kind of like getting hit by lightning. You don't never know what's gonna take off or what don't. You know what I'm saying? Which is why you find a lot of these content creators, you know what I'm saying, indulging in a lot of bull that they know is going against the grain. You know what I'm saying? Then you had the people that was aligning themselves up with each other, you know what I'm saying, and calling themselves creating content. It was a good thing to have, different relationships building, right? But what is the relationship built on? Because every single one of those relationships I've seen has deteriorated. You know what I'm saying? Vamoose gone. So, you got to remember, man, the space it's not real. It's for entertainment purposes. It's not real. So trying to align yourself with somebody and anybody selling your soul, jumping out there, messing with a whack 100 or, you know what I'm saying, any one of these other online characters that we've seen that we know is cops. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to mention no other specific names. We know who they are. We see them all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like I seen one dude just pointing out, oh, this person got a gun. He got a gun right here. And look at the gun. It had an extra clip on this and this and that. And I'm like, wow, this dude is really trying to get him convicted on some stuff. I seen another dude begging and pleading, come touch me. And you know what I'm saying? If one hair on my head get harmed, the police is gonna be on you because I'm like, yeah, because you're telling them that you naming names of who you got beef with, who you talking about, what kind of gun they had, what they said they was gonna do to you, and all that. This dude is providing screenshots and photographs and voice recordings and you name it, and he's providing it. And that's the new way of telling. That's why I say black and white don't exist no more. It's electrical paperwork where these dudes is feeding the popo everything that, just imagine, think about the WAC 100 involves himself in every single thing, in every single person's politics. You name it, his name is getting attached to it somehow, some way, right? Why is that? Why do he know when somebody is finna get arrested before they get arrested? Why do he know that it's indictments coming down on people when RICO charges is finna be thrown on somebody before it even get thrown on them? Why is that? Why do this same person tie himself to every single thing criminal that goes on? And then you mess up and slip up and show that badge in your wallet. That was nasty, nasty, nasty work right there. Then you tried to spin it real quick. Like, oh, this is an honorary badge. Man, look, I don't want no badge, period. Honorary, real, fake, none of that. I don't want my name attached to no badge. That ain't something that you play with like that. Not a real one. I said that before. I say it again. Stand on it. You know what I'm saying? That man opened his wallet on a live with Snoopy Badass and revealed his badge, his officer's badge. Lead federal detective, the real hip hop cop. And this is who certain people will run to and try to align themselves with. You want to be attached to somebody like that? Okay, yeah, that's what I mean by dudes jumping out there selling their soul. And, the Shark Tank of podcasters, you seeing more and more of them doing it. More and more. It ain't that much understanding in the world for me when it comes to, knowing what's right and what's wrong and involving myself with the wrong people. I would rather not deal with nobody. This person right here, this lady that you see on this screen with me, that's the only person I deal with outside my moms and brothers and sisters, nieces and nephews. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, I don't deal with nobody because you don't know who's tied to who. It's too many niggas friendly with each other and with people that is no good. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know who's gonna be recording a phone call or trying to take this screenshot of this or that. You know what I'm saying? And run that play back to the feds or whatever law enforcement they tied to. You feel me? I'm cool on that. I stay far, far away from that. I don't want no issues or problems with anybody of authority figure. Period. And again, no, I'm not breaking no laws or none of that. Have no plans on breaking any laws. But at the same token, I don't need any police officers as friends or anybody that's associated to law enforcement. Why would I? Why would I? And I proclaim to be of a certain way and brought up in a certain style and image. Why would I? That goes against everything that I always said that I was, right? It's supposed to. That's all I'm saying. Feel me? But golden.
Yes.
Okay, what else you got for us?
You see, little baby's slide taps.
Hey man, I seen something on
And
that,
he
right?
had the nerves to come out in his on his concert with some shorts on to try to show him. It just wasn't given. It shouldn't even be given. He shouldn't even did nothing like that. Like your first tattoos, you're gonna put them on your thighs. Just hecka
Hey,
weird. Yeah.
see, I seen some other strange things with him, right? Now, look, I don't want to, because people can easily be like, well, you're old and you're old fashioned. Your way of thinking is old and old fashioned.
Mm,
So when I see something like him being at a Diddy party and
mm,
he in the middle of a sandwich of two different men, one in the front and
mm,
one in the back, and
mm.
he got his head thrown up like that with a smile on his face, right? That's a woman only supposed to look like that.
That
Why you
part.
kind of look on your face and you sandwich between two different men and
Yes.
wearing all this little skimpy. Hold on real quick. I'm gonna still talk though. But you wearing all this little skimpy stuff
Mm-hmm. That's just
sandwiched
crazy
in
work.
between two dudes.
Crazy work.
Hey, and
Yeah.
then and then you get a thigh tattoo.
Like, and that's on both legs. Then I was telling when I had seen it, I was telling my son and aunt, and then he told me that a basketball player by the name of Carl Anthony Towns, he said, "Mom, you know, like the women that get like basically when they get that the tattoo on their back, it's called like a tramp stamp." I was like, "What?" He was like, "Yeah, he gonna get a heart right there." I'm like, "Yeah, that's just really, really weird."
Hey,
Like, man, yeah.
I'm gonna tell you like this, right?
Yeah.
Any man that get a lower back tattoo, right,
Mm-mm-mm. Yeah.
is most definitely
Okay.
a Sinead
Yeah.
off In Living Color.
Mm-hmm. For real.
You remember? You remember Sinead?
Yeah, I remember Shanae. And Wanda.
uh, yeah, hey,
Yeah.
ugly motherfuckers, right? Hey,
Yeah.
excuse my language, but ugly.
Mm-hmm.
right? Imagine one of them getting a lower back tattoo.
That's not tight.
Hey, imagine a grown ass man laying there. Imagine a grown ass man laying there, letting another man tattoo that on him though.
I know, right? You
Damo,
just
what's happening? Damo Robbins, what's happening, bro? I see you. Thank you
like
for the
you
attention.
like you just know, like for men where tattoos were supposed to go, and for women where tattoos were supposed to go. Like, come on, like unless you're out there like that, then yeah. But I never knew that Carl Anthony was that, but I guess so. Cause that's just heck of weird. And he got a heart of all things.
Hard.
A little heart. That's like what? What's the meaning? Like, come on.
Hey,
Even if you get your woman's name right there, it does not look right. It has to be somewhere else. That's known for women to get a tattoo right there. Like, come on. That's not. That's just weird.
hey, really?
Yeah.
It don't matter what you get as a man back there.
Yeah.
It's
Exactly.
just not right.
Yeah.
But a hard. This man got a hard.
He got a heart. A little one at that. A little heart. And why would you even show people like? Unless they caught it and caught a picture and put them on blast, but that's not tight. And
Remember
then,
Angela?
go ahead.
Remember Angela Williams came on here and said that that's a man's G spot.
When? What? Who?
Remember we did the show and she came on here and we was talking about something in relations to that, and she put on the thing that that's a man's G spot.
Where at? Right there?
Yeah, no, his she was saying his butt was his G spot.
Oh my god, I don't even remember that. But that's crazy.
Yeah, that's on one of the shows that me and you did, but she was saying that. So I'm saying
Yeah.
maybe he got that little heart right there, right, to let his lover know that
Hmm.
you know
But
that's his.
wait, did he get married to a girl though? I gotta look that up. I don't know. That don't matter though. But man, that's crazy.
Hey,
That's
wasn't
weird.
Diddy married to a girl?
Man, he's married to a lot of beautiful women.
That don't mean shit.
Yeah, it doesn't. And look what he was doing. But also, real quick, you hear about Nicki Minaj and SZA going back and forth. Nicki, I guess woke up and decided, she wanted to pick with somebody,
Uh-huh.
and they was going in on Nicki in the comments. They were just saying like she must be miserable with ever since she had her kid and her husband. And then like even like the people that are barbs, they're even like, come on, Nikki, this ain't cool what you doing, like she just going at SZA out of all people. Like what did SZA do, So they were having a little beef yesterday. They're going back and forth on Twitter. And then she keeps saying something like justice for Demar. Like I wonder what that means. Who's she talking about?
Hey,
So that was going on yesterday. Yeah.
I did see something with Nicki Minaj and SZA going back and forth, and I guess Nicki Minaj was trying to deny that she was asking SZA to do some features for
Oh
her.
yeah, that's right. And then she sent the screenshots, and she was.
Exactly.
Yeah, so yeah, I think that's what happened. She was in her feelings because Sis is busy. It wasn't nothing like I don't even think Sis was the one that even was talking to her. I think it was the rep or somebody. But yeah, they never really did that. So I guess she felt a type of way. So she thinks that she's Nicki Minaj, she could act that way. But yeah.
Yeah, you can't. Them people, man. I guess it. If you're not careful on who you are as a person, it's easy for you to lose grasp of reality, and you really start smelling the sauce of the aroma of what people is putting in the air, as far
Mhm.
as you being able to stay grounded to your roots and understand everything that's going on around you, man. You can't never be that big in your head and be that detached from, you know, everyday life and just be expecting certain people to just bow down to you and because you know what I'm saying? Nah. Some people really stay grounded to their roots, man.
God.
You feel me? Huh?
I'm so sorry. I'm getting calls and I'm just getting harassed right now, love. I'm so sorry.
Oh, it's all good. We're gonna get ready to
Yeah.
wrap it up in a minute anyway. Don't worry about it.
We gotta pick a day where I'm out somewhere away from these kids and I'm gonna let them know I'm doing something. Do not call me and turn my phone on do not disturb. I blocked their number for the day because this is crazy. Anthony keeps calling me, or mom's texting me, like she's harassing me, like it's crazy, man.
Hey,
I'm so sorry. I don't want to
hey,
be look like this on the show, all out of control and stressed out right
well listen though.
now.
You just giving the people an insight on your daily. This is something that you do every day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You a full-time mother,
yeah.
period. So you know what I'm saying? That's gonna happen. That's what it is.
And a full-time wife.
Exactly.
Yes, love.
Hey,
Yes.
yeah, man. I'm glad we've been able to jump back into the studio and
Yes,
bring
me
something to the
too.
people. You feel me? Because I know
Hmm.
I know you've been wanting to get back in real bad. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
And
I
talk
have.
about it. Talk about the things that you found in the headlines. Go back over that one story that you was telling us the last show that we didn't get to put out.
No, it was just some lady, like I said, they were showing her husband on camera. Something had happened. He was out on, like, the door cam had caught him. He was on his phone, and something about he lost his keys. They were trying to say he was being mean to her. Something was going on. They were trying to say he was gay. He had HIV. Well, anyways, he worked for an insurance company. He had a Tesla. It was all pimped out, and like everyone knew who he was. So he was at the barbershop getting his hair cut, and she walked in there and blew his brains out and then killed herself.
Wow,
And this happened like 2 weeks ago. And then a lot of people are trying to say that he gave her HIV, he was gay, that he was like, I guess on the ring cam it caught him being like really mean to her. Like, I guess he lost his key. I really didn't watch the video because I mean I get a lot of my stuff on TikTok because TikTok was showing the raw and uncut. But I think I was falling asleep. But yeah, but they were trying to say like he gave her HIV. Then some girl made a video saying no, he did not give her HIV, and then she was trying to say the real story, but I really didn't get into it like that. But I know old girl went in there, blew his head off, and then she killed herself.
wow,
And then, man, yeah, that last little show we was doing was good. The other day I worked, that was perfect. And then it was just because of the sound quality we couldn't put it out. But that was beautiful. I wasn't getting bothered because I was at work. I was just chill. We went over a lot of good topics. It was a beautiful show, man.
well, today
Yes.
is beautiful. Today's
No,
show
but
is beautiful.
today's beautiful too. Yes, all our shows are beautiful.
Yeah, don't take away
Yeah.
from today.
No,
Today's
I'm not.
beautiful too.
Today's beautiful day too.
Anytime we are able to show up to this round table, it's a beautiful time.
Yes, love.
You
So
know what
let
I'm
me
saying?
correct
Because
myself. Yes.
think about this. The dudes that do what I do or have attempted to do what I do from the position that I'm in
Uh-huh.
came and went. You know what I'm saying? So it's always a blessing to be able to do what we do when we are able to do it. Put positivity out there for the people. You know what I'm saying? And not just
Wait, love, do we have an anniversary for Swing Glow? Like, when did we first start doing the show? Like, when did you first start doing it? Isn't like an anniversary coming up or something?
I think we passed that already.
Man, we should have looked into that. We could have did like a big
Well,
old show or something.
we definitely gonna put something together of a large nature. You know what
But
I'm
you have
saying?
to let me know after when it first started, like the first day you aired. Like, or I'll have to probably go back on YouTube and look, huh? Like the first show.
Oh
And
yeah,
that's
it's
like the
there.
first time. Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, it's there. It's there. But
Yes.
we're gonna put something together though. We're gonna put something down for that special occasion of being around for as long. But it's been a blessing, man, because You got to remember they didn't hit us with a couple of strikes on the
Yeah,
channel.
trying to stop us and trying to, man,
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So that's really kind of
slow
slowed
us
up.
up.
That
Yep,
slowed
slowed
up the
us up.
momentum. You know what I'm saying of everything, and you know what I mean. It didn't have to take a little bit of time off because of the technical issues, trying to
Technical,
get all
yeah.
that stuff right. You know what I'm saying. So, and we
But
still
we're
have
still
those.
going strong,
Yeah,
I
we
think.
still, although we still having those issues, we still bringing what we promised our people we're gonna be there for them for. You know what I'm saying? And that's
Yeah,
real. You know what I mean? And not have to try to jump ahead of the line by creating no BS, man. You know what I'm saying?
that
So
part. Sticking
yeah,
to the strip.
that part. You feel me?
Yeah.
But you got anything else before we close this
No,
on out?
that was it, love. Yeah, right here in my notes. That was it. Just like four things. But next time I will have more topics, and it won't be none of this. But I appreciate everybody for tuning in, and continue to tune in and subscribe and like and comment and share. And we love all of our viewers and our Swanglow family.
Absolutely. She
Yes,
said that so perfectly, you know what I'm saying? But thanks to everybody, man, for tapping in to the brown table, you know what I mean? I love and appreciate you all. Those of y'all that was able to catch the live exactly when it happened, much love. To those of y'all that catch up to it a little bit later on tonight, maybe tomorrow, whenever it is, man, it's definitely a blessing having you. You know what I'm saying? To the next time we meet at this round table, y'all be safe out there. Love and appreciate you all. Triple game.
peace.